When I first visited the Grand River Park last fall, there was a heavy frost on all of the surfaces. In addition to bordering the Grand River, this 162-acre park features upland woods, wetlands, and restored native grasslands. So let's go see what it looks like in the springtime. You know how I like having clouds in the sky because it adds something more to the blue expanse, but there aren't any today, and in order to compensate for that, I'm under the canopy and I'm looking for things not only of branches hanging down into my shot to break up that blue expanse, but I'm looking for things in the water like this fallen tree that just kind of adds something a little out of place. It adds some extra lines, it adds something of interest. I'm also catching the reflection. So you're going to see that a lot in my pictures today of any of the shot involving the Grand River. I'm going to go for reflection, I'm going to go for overhanging branches, anything that I can do to fill the frame with something of interest and to draw the viewer in. So I've hit the spot in the middle of the woods where a creek runs right through it, curves along the way. See if you can spot how many different pictures I'm going to be taking in here, because the sun has just started to reach into this area, highlighting some spots. You've got a curvy path, you've got a highlighted tree along a creek, you've got a little fallen piece of a tree, and you've got some highlights and reflective surfaces. So let's see what I can come up with. One day when I take a painting, this is the kind of scene that I'm going to gravitate towards painting. Just because of the soft morning light, you've got the curved path going around the tree and disappearing into the background. You've got a tree limb on an angle in the background as well. And again, that soft light is just touching the little sapling to the left and then the base of the trunk of the tree on the right. So you've got balance here, you've got morning light, and you've got a pathway. And it's just a quiet, reflective spot and moment and a detail of this park and of this time and place. I love this bent over dead tree right here. It's kind of giving a top line to this field behind it. But do you see what else is in the picture, especially behind? Telephone lines. So here's a first. I'm not going to take a picture of this because I don't like telephone lines in my pictures, especially of nature. So generally when I'm out taking nature shots, very little man-made elements in there. Maybe a wood park bench if it's aged and it fits in with its surroundings, but telephone poles, telephone lines, not so much, not a big fan, unless they have something to say about man's influence on nature, if that's the look I'm going for. Here it's not, so this is a pass. And it's a pass because I turn around, here's the path I'm on, and I turn to the back and look at this. Beautiful greenery, lots of little saplings, leaves are all over the place. So here's where color is going to come into play. I can also shoot it in infrared, obviously, and it's going to look like everybody thinks it's snow, but it's not. I've emerged from the woods out onto this open field area, and imagine how stunning this would be with some cloud formations in the background. But because I don't have them, I'm going to focus on details of this area. So you've got the grasses down here, I can do a detailed shot. I've got a sapling up here that I can use to frame a composition. So I'm going to look around in here and see what I come up with. The last time I was out here, everything had frosted over, so it was stunning in its own way. And I've been intrigued ever since to see what it looks like all greened up. And this is what it looks like. Something that really works well in black and white is repeating patterns. You can also focus on textures and things that are unique, that stand out, and you also can compare shapes. So comparing the size of these two trees is going to make for an intriguing composition because they're both different trees. There's different texture quality to them, but it's really the size that I'm going to emphasize here. Well, I'd almost given up hope on finding one, but today's tom tree is... yeah, not that guy because it's got carving in the trunk. That's a shame. This guy. Look at how worn out that trunk is. Now the tree is still alive and it goes up quite high and the branches are way up at the top, but I love the trunk. It's got a lot of character and it's alongside this trail. And you can even see in the distance that one of the giant limbs has fallen off a long time ago. But look at the texture of that trunk, how it's twisted. You can see where that limb's fallen off up there. There's just a fragment kind of hanging on. Part of the tree's story is going to be the path that it stands guard on. What is that? Stop the show. What is making that racket? You know I'm a tree guy, but yikes. This is kind of creepy to hear when the wind is blowing. Sounds like creaky floorboards or a creaky door in a haunted house or something. Grand River Park is part of Ottawa County Parks and Recreation. For more information, check out miottawa.org. Thanks for exploring with me. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked and learned something new. If you did, consider subscribing to my channel and getting notified when a new video posts. And I hope to see you out on the trails.